If you've hung around on Etsy groups for any length of time, you will likely have heard someone mention the term Etsy keywords, and they seem so fundamental for Etsy shop owners. But what are they? Are they different types of keywords? And which types of keywords should I be using? So today I'm going to answer all those questions and more, including how eRank can help you identify the different types of keywords. Let's start with what are keywords. Keywords are the words and phrases that customers use to find listings to buy on Etsy, the things that they type into the bar at the very top of Etsy that leads them to the search results page for those keywords. This is really important because the people searching on Etsy are people who are not only likely looking for something to buy, but they're also potential new customers who you didn't know and didn't have to pay to advertise to. There are two main types of keywords. A couple more terms you might often hear are broad keywords and long-tail keywords, LTKs. These are the two main types of keywords. Broad keywords are often single word or very short phrases. They tend to be very searched for by people, but they're not very specific and actually tend to result in less sales. A word like ring would be considered a broad keyword. Lots of people search for a term like that, but because it's not very specific at all, the results they see in search could end up being very random. Wedding rings, jump rings, curtain rings, all are relevant to a search of the word ring, but most likely the buyer will not see what they're looking for on the results page, so they'll end up narrowing down their search some more by adding some more words. On the other end, we have long-tail keywords, something like bronze and opal steampunk engagement ring. When someone searches for a term like this, they know exactly what they're looking for. Not many people will search for this, but when they do, the results they see will be really relevant for them, and they're way more likely to buy. So it sounds like we want to look for long-tail keywords, right? Right? Well, yes, but you can go too long tail to the point where you're so specific that no one is searching for the term. So, like everything in life, we're looking for a balance. Keywords that enough people are actually searching for, but specific enough that your listings will be relevant when seen in search. So there's a chance they will click and hopefully buy. And also, we do want to look at another metric here, the competition. This is the number of other listings on Etsy that are relevant for that keyword. If the competition is too high, then your listing may never get seen in search. I will talk in other videos about how to optimize your listing to have a better chance to get found in search. But for now, I'm sure that you have some ideas of keywords that describe your item, and you're wondering which of them are too broad or long tail or too competitive. eRank is a tool for that. Go to Keyword Research, Compare Keywords, and this tool is available for free and paid subscriptions. Type in up to 4 phrases that you think describe your item and hit Compare. Then you'll see a great graph and some details about the keywords you choose. Firstly, the graph shows the estimated number of buyers searching for those keywords over the past 15 months. So you can get an idea about the seasonality of keywords, that is, if they're more popular at different times of the year. In this case, ring has so many more searches, as we already guessed would be the case, so it dominates the graph. We can hide it by hitting the check mark beside the word ring. That's better, so we can see the other keyword trends. It seems here that bronze ring was searched for in the summer, but it might be losing popularity. So that's interesting. And steampunk ring might actually be gaining popularity. When we look down, there's more data about all the keywords. Firstly, the unknowns beside bronze and opal steampunk engagement ring tell us that so few people are searching for that exact phrase that perhaps we don't need to focus too much on that keyword. And as we already guessed, ring is not a long tail keyword, although it actually does have a high click-through rate, over 100%. How is that possible? This tells us that people are clicking on one thing from search, then another, then another. It's not telling us if people are buying or if they're having to go on and search some more. But both bronze ring and steampunk ring are long tail keywords with some people searching and not too bad competition. In fact, steampunk ring is looking quite positive as a potential keyword. It may be growing in popularity. People are searching for it and clicking when they see it in search, and there's quite low competition. And by jumping on compare keywords, we were able to very quickly compare a few of our ideas to see which had the best potential.